So I asked my editor to find me the most popular video on YouTube about animals, and she came back with this one. 17 million views and counting. It's called The Tree of Life, How Evolution Connects All Living Things. But upon closer inspection, I realized that this video is not about evolution at all. It's about taxonomy, the science of classifying organisms. And while it touches on evolution briefly, it doesn't really go into the theory of evolution by natural selection. All living things are made of cells, which are the basic units of life. Cells come in a couple of different flavors. There are prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. The three domains of life are missing a branch that leads to the protists. Protists are a diverse group of mostly single-celled eukaryotic organisms. There are a lot of them, and they're very different from each other. Some protists are more closely related to plants. Fungi are animals than they are to other protists. The tree of life is missing a branch because the protists are polyphyletic. Polyphily is when a group of organisms includes members from different lineages. Protists are an example of polyphyletic organisms. They're not a true reflection of evolutionary history. Prokaryotic cells lack a nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. Eukaryotic cells have a nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles, but the way the tree of life is presented in this video is misleading. The tree is too tidy. In reality, the tree of life is a complex web of life that includes all living things. It reflects the evolutionary history of life on Earth. All eukaryotes are grouped together in one clade called eukarya. Prokaryotes were once part of eukarya, but over time they diverged into two separate domains, bacteria and archaea. Together, these three domains make up the tree of life. Animals are just a small part of this grander scheme of life. We're in the domain eukarya, the kingdom Animalia. We share a more recent common ancestor with fungi and plants than we do with any other group of organisms. Fungi and plants are in the same domain and the same kingdom, but they are in different phyla. The phylum for fungi is fungi. The phylum for plants is plant-egg animals are in the phylum Animalia. These are the three major groups within eukarya. I don't think this video is doing what the title says it does, and I'm not the only one who thinks. So there are many comments pointing this out. It was posted by a channel in January of 2021, and at the time of this recording, it has over 1.3 million comments. When I first saw this video, I thought, wow, this could be a great way to introduce the topic of evolution to a broad audience. So let us take a look at the actual tree of life and see how evolution connects all living things. Here's what I love about this video. The narrator starts off by asking a simple, thought-provoking question, which is how do we categorize the millions of different kinds of animals on Earth? A useful way to categorize animals is by their evolutionary relationships. But wait, aren't we getting ahead of ourselves? Yes? We are. That's the whole point of the video. This is a video about evolution. So instead of starting with the familiar major groups of animals, the chordates, arthropods, mollusks, and so on, the narrator wisely begins with something more fundamental. But wait, where's the video going? It's missing a branch. The Tree of Life video is just 6 minutes long. It can't cover everything.